Sunday morning. I am on my way to the studio to teach some classes for all of my loyal Sunday morning Pilates clients. Girl, you better believe I would not be getting up early to go to a Sunday class. But to teach it is a different story. So I hope everyone had a great Saturday evening. Dinner last night was really nice. It's funny, the place actually is a vegan restaurant that we haven't tried before. There's probably like a handful of vegan restaurants in like all of Florida. So like the fact that we couldn't, but she said this place did just open up. It's called Daya, D-A-Y-A. And I'm pretty sure like my husband and I have like done the like Google like vegan restaurants near where we live sort of thing, but it never came up. And I'm so glad that we went because now I know it's there. And it's like literally a stone's throw away from this other vegan restaurant, Ethos, that I've actually like vlogged about. And I love Ethos. It's so good. So it was so exciting to like, all you have to do is keep going past Ethos a little bit. And then there's this like huge street with like all these shops. It was so adorable. Like straight out of, it almost looked like, the only thing I really have to compare it to is like LA almost, like some of the quieter, it wasn't quiet at all, like it was super busy, but you know, like the sort of like lower buildings, maybe like 2-story buildings, everything is like the architecture is beautiful and very like old, but like gorgeous, and it was so nice, cobblestone streets, it was really beautiful, and almost like reminded me a little bit of the city, like, you know, I hesitate to say like down by like Greenwich Village or Soho because it didn't have that vibe, but it just had more of a city feel, I guess, than most of the places we've gone to here in Florida for obvious reasons. So yeah, it was really nice, and I ended up getting a black bean burger and sweet potato fries. Sweet potato fries are my thing. I love them. They're like my absolute favorite. They were like smothered in cinnamon, which sometimes I don't mind, but they weren't like my absolute favorite. I still ate them, obviously. But yeah, I don't know. Next time maybe like not as much cinnamon. We used to get these French fries. I don't even know if this place is still there. I don't know if like anybody else, if it's a chain and like it's in other places, but when I used to live on the cruise ship and we'd port in Port Canaveral, we'd have a port day. So it was a day that the guests got off the ship and new guests would come on like later in the day, and that would be like the start of their cruise. So that was sort of like our home day, like home base day, where you'd go to Target or Walmart or CVS and like try to like stock up on the things you would need for the cruise, because you know you're going to the Bahamas, and we would go to Castaway Cay, which is like Disney's private island, and so like there's like no Target there, you know, like to get like sort of the essentials that you need. So we'd get off and we'd go to Merritt Island, which is like this small little town right off of Port Canaveral. And there'd be a restaurant in the same parking lot as Walmart, which is where like the little, it was like a cruise shuttle almost. You have to pay for it, but it would shuttle you from Port Canaveral from your ship, and it would pick up other ships too. So like it picked us up, and then it would pick up some crew members from Carnival and from Norwegian, or like any other ships that were in port that day. And it would take you to Walmart, and then also the Florida Mall, or like Merritt Island Mall. Yeah, not the Florida Mall, the Merritt Island Mall. And then back to the ship, and that would be like the little run or whatever. And it ran on time schedules. And in the Walmart shopping center parking lot, there was a restaurant called Dogs, and they had the most bomb sweet potato fries with a like almost it was like a sweet icing. And I'm sure this isn't like a new thing, but I had never had sweet potato fries with like literally it was like icing, like you're dipping your sweet potato fries in icing. Oh, it was so good, and I used to always look forward to getting that. And then like, I want to say maybe it was toward the end or like middle to end of my second contract. We were in Port Canaveral for a few months, but then we were going to be doing a Panama Canal crossing. We'd be leaving the East Coast, and we were going to bring the ship to, where was it? Long Island Long Beach Island? No. Long Island. What is that place called in California? Long Beach. I think it's just called Long Beach. That's where I reported out of. Like Long Beach Island's in New Jersey. That's not it. So it was like one of the last times we went to dogs, like for the last few weeks, and they changed the icing, and I remember I was like so devastated because it was so good, and then they made it into like this weird like savory dipping sauce. It just wasn't as good anymore. So part of me was like, you know what, not even sad to leave Port Canaveral. Like, bring it on, Long Beach. Anyway, so my goal for today is to just get back home as soon as possible. I have to go to Whole Foods today and go food shopping. Which, I mean, it's fine. I mean, I could even put it off to tomorrow. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. Because really, like, what I want to do today is get home as soon as possible, change back into my pajamas, and just, like, watch Freeform and just watch the 13 Nights of Halloween. Because we're down to 8 days until Halloween. And I feel like just because, like, this month has been kind of crazy, and I just haven't had the chance to like really indulge in like Halloween TV. Like I haven't like really caught up on Halloween Wars. I watched 2 episodes, but haven't really watched the Halloween Baking Championship. I just feel like I want to take advantage of it because it's going to be over so soon. Like Halloween is going to be over so soon, and I don't want to feel like I missed it. So I'm going to go home. To me, like that's how I celebrate seasonal TV. So I'm going to go home and I want to watch as many of those movies as possible because I love them. And I know last night on Freeform, well, I know tonight I think at 9 or 9:50 is Hocus Pocus on Freeform, and I haven't watched Hocus Pocus yet, so maybe I'll watch that. And then Monsters University was on last night at 9, and Monsters University is like my favorite movie. It's like one of my favorite Pixar movies, if not like my favorite. And they have a tendency to like replay. Like they'll just do the time shuffle thing where like they played it at 9 p.m. so they'll play it again today at like 6 p.m. So I'm hoping that that's the case because I would love to watch that. I mean, I love all the movies they have on the schedule. So I really just want to be like on my couch right now, like cozied up watching Halloween movies. So that's the game plan for today. That's the goal, is to get back home ASAP and watch Halloween movies. And then I will decide later whether or not I will go food shopping today. Because yeah, I guess I can go tomorrow. I have enough time. And it won't be as crazy for sure. Sundays are always crazy at Whole Foods for obvious reasons. But a Monday afternoon won't be so nuts. Stroking my imaginary beard. Alright, well anyway, I'm gonna go. I will check in later. I'll check in later. Alright guys, so I decided I am definitely gonna just go home. I'll go food shopping tomorrow. I have enough food for today, it's fine, and for the morning. I'll just go tomorrow. I like all of a sudden like started like getting so sniffly in the studio, and it's actually chilly today. I know like literally maybe it was like 4 days ago when I was like it's never gonna get cold. Well, it finally did, and it's fine. I like love it, but I think my body is just trying to adjust now. So I feel like, you know, a little like mucusy. Not nice at all. So I'm gonna go home and have some tea, and I just want to rest. I just want to rest and watch my Halloween movies. Also, speaking of Halloween, I wanted to tell you guys I, for better or worse, kind of made the mistake of, you know, I listened to all my podcasts for the week because like most of the podcasts I love to listen to come out on Mondays. So by like Thursday, Friday, I've already listened to all of them, and like I have nothing else to listen to in the car, and I love listening to podcasts when I'm not vlogging. And so I don't know, I just like wanted to hear ghost stories because like 'tis the season, it's like Halloween, but the problem is then I scare myself and I don't sleep, which has been happening. Like I wake up periodically throughout the night, and it's a matter of then like going back to sleep and not being so scared. So I was listening to, I think it's like Around the Campfire, which is a podcast. I literally just typed in like ghost stories in on my Apple Podcasts thing, and like they popped up. And then I've been listening to the Bell Witch Stuff You Missed in History. Like the podcast is called Stuff You Missed in History Class, and the episode is called The Bell Witch. And it's all about, I guess, the folklore behind the Bell Witch. And anyway, if you're like me and you love to listen to podcasts and you're just kind of want to like listen to something a little Halloween themed or spooky, I guess give it a listen. But if you're also like me and you want to sleep at night, maybe not the best choice, I don't know. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. Look, I just checked the mail. Big package. A company reached out to me, and I'm going to be making a whole video about it. A company reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to choose some items, some clothing items off of their website and give it a try and a review. And that's what that is. So I'm going to do that. I will either be filming, I'll probably film it on Tuesday, to be honest. But yeah, that's exciting. It came really quickly. Shipping was fast. Shipping is like killing it these days, right? Amazing. Anyway, just wanted to share that with you. And I'm home now, so I'm just gonna pull up, and that's it. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all real soon.